Once I seen Beyonce posting pictures out the blue, I knew some shit was about to pop off. Beyonce don't post on Instagram, don't post really at all. But the moment she posts, y'all already know something's about to follow. And bam! What went ahead and followed? Another DOJ release files on them files. Yeah, another DOJ release on them files popped out. And guess who was on the list? Yup, y'all see it. Beyonce name was there, as well as her husband Jay-Z name was on this list being mentioned in the Epstein Files.
The thing about Beyonce is she's guilty.
One trouble seems to be closing in on Jay-Z because the newly surfaced Epstein Files didn't just stir rumors, they detonated the long-whispered mystery surrounding Cathy White's sudden death. After Cathy was allegedly involved with him and then died without warning, the unanswered questions only grew stranger, especially the explosive belief that she had secretly carried a child for Beyoncé. And yes, everyone remembers the televised moment when Beyoncé's baby bump folded as she sat down, sending shock through viewers who suddenly saw a darker layer beneath the carefully manicured narrative. The only public figure fearless enough to call it out was Wendy Williams, who mysteriously fell ill soon after, and with the DDT trial and Epstein revelations unraveling, it's becoming harder and harder to dismiss the idea that some people will go to unimaginable lengths to keep the truth buried.
Obviously spooked out right now, and it's crazy to see because it's like, did we see how he reacted when those people were outside trying to interview him, asking questions, and he was so terrified that they were going to ask him about Epstein? And I just think it's so funny. I'm like, who is on payroll? Because nobody asked him the hard questions ever. Like, I never see these questions being asked, but it's all over social media, the news.
The release of these Epstein documents landed like a lightning strike. The DOJ didn't simply unload millions of pages, they named those embedded within them, and Jay-Z's name appeared twice, swiftly followed by Beyoncé. The moment the files dropped, Nicki Minaj posted a photo of Cathy White with the chilling caption, "Say her name," and soon after hinted that Jay-Z and Ramirez's mother may have played a role in Cathy's death to hide connections that were never meant to surface. Rumors now claim that the remaining unreleased files might hold even deeper ties between Jay-Z and Cathy. For the public, she was once a mystery, but within the industry, she carved out an entire life. After graduating from Howard University, she headed to LA to work as a publicist while building Coriana Hun music group LLC, stacking talents as a model, songwriter, screenwriter, and singer. Ambition burning in every direction, she circulated among celebrities, forming friendships with Nicki Chu and Claudia Jordan, even as she kept herself mostly out of the spotlight. Then Hollywood Street King thrust her into public chaos, exposing an alleged long-running affair with Jay-Z, one rumored to predate his marriage. Many rolled their eyes until the internet uncovered photos of him and Cathy partying in Vegas, with speculation that Claudia Jordan may have introduced them. The blog claimed the tip came from Jason Lee, with others backing the story. Soon after, Cathy vanished, deleting her online presence before resurfacing on Twitter in 2011 under a new username as she moved between LA and New York. But just a year after the affair story broke, tragedy struck. On September 1st, 2011, blogs reported that Cathy had died from an aneurysm at age 28. Her friends said she'd been perfectly healthy days before. Even more haunting, her death followed only days after Beyoncé's August 29th announcement that she was pregnant with Blue Ivy Carter. And once Beyoncé's baby bump collapsed on camera, viewers became convinced the pregnancy wasn't real, pointing out that at 5 or 6 months pregnant, bending sharply is nearly impossible. Wendy Williams even then was calling out the strangeness.
Beyonce recently, like last Sunday, appeared on an Australian show. And when she sat down, the baby bump squashed, bent, and crumpled. Hold on. As ridiculous as it sounds, you know I did my research and we've got the video to prove. Hold on. So people started questioning, was this baby bump real or fake? Now, being a woman who, I had my baby bump, many of you have had baby bumps, I never remember my baby bump squat. Just take a look at the video. Okay, so here's Beyonce and she's walking out and everything is fine. She's 5 months pregnant. Then she sits down and see it. Let's do it in slow motion. You'll notice she's either giving birth to a frisbee or Stewie from Family Guy. Look at the shape. Look, do you see? There it is. Is that a baby bump? I don't know. I was on bed rest the whole time. I'm not exactly sure. But I can tell you, when I would get out of the bed and sit up at a kitchen table, I wouldn't be able to sit like that. Like, I was so concerned about my back and the baby, even at 5 months, I sat like like this, right? Well, look, Beyonce has denied these rumors, saying that they're stupid and they're ridiculous. And, you know, there've also been words that, well, she took a picture in a bikini. It's on the internet. Okay, take a look at the picture. Okay, be very clear. Then I'm pregnant too. I mean, anybody who's had a good smothered pork chop or a good burrito, girls, come on, we all get this. Morel, my makeup artist, can make a good one. Right, Morel?
Grew sharper as Wendy pushed further, suggesting Jay-Z had a mistress whose identity closely aligned with Cathy White. She never said the name aloud, but those paying attention knew exactly who she meant. Wendy even implied the woman might have acted as a surrogate, insinuating that Beyoncé planned to present the child as her own pregnancy and birth.
Beyonce's pregnancy is a way of keeping Jay-Z's alleged mistress away. Beyonce's going to use a surrogate so she can maintain her body, but they're going to play it off like it's allegedly, you know, that they gave birth. First one to say this, and you remember, because wait, I haven't said it yet. Watch. It's going to be an at-home water birth in the master bathroom. There are going to be 3 people there. Beyonce, Jay-Z, and her mother, Miss Tina. Watch.
Questions deepened when Wendy mentioned the tiny number of people allowed during Beyoncé's delivery. Reports later claimed the birth setting was guarded with extreme secrecy. Not the home birth Wendy imagined, but allegedly a $1.3 million lockdown of an entire hospital floor. Other mothers in labor that day were reportedly moved while their newborns remained on the floor reserved exclusively for Beyoncé. The excessive security left many wondering what required protection on that level. Liz Crokin later said she had spoken with Cathy shortly before her death about covering her relationship with Jay-Z, only to discover Cathy had died before she could follow up.
She would consider telling her story to me on the record, which implied to me, obviously, that if she was willing to tell her story about Jay-Z, that it was indeed true that she was having an affair with him. So that was pretty much it. That was the last time that I talked to her. And I was, you know, under the impression that she was very strongly considering talking to me and telling me her story about her affair with Jay-Z.
By the time Blue Ivy entered the world, no one doubted Jay-Z was her father, but the striking resemblance between the child and Cathy White was impossible for some to ignore. Online theories exploded, claiming Cathy had become pregnant and was removed afterward. Hollywood Street King alleged Cathy had once called Jay-Z demanding payment to stay quiet, only to die months later. Now, with the Epstein Files exposing how thoroughly Jay-Z may have shielded his secrets, many believe Cathy was just another loose end cut away. It's unsettling how often those who fall out of favor with him end up unalive, and Cathy appears to be one more tragedy in that pattern. They expired Cathy like Kim Porter and all the people who got deleted in Bad Boy and Death Jam. And remember, they shut down the hospital floor for Beyoncé's alleged birth of Blue Ivy. A lot of lies were paid for. Medical staff have been doing sick crap for years to cover up crimes. Boys, Plash Liz Corrigan stated that she knew for a fact that Cathy was allegedly unalived before Beyoncé announced her pregnancy at the MTV Awards that night. So why they decide to tell us she passed on September 1st, I have no idea. Strategic. But what do you guys think about this?